Hi, I'm Mike Ernest, the founder of the CQ Factor. Today I'm going to introduce to you our training course called the CQ Advantage Program, which helps business people improve how effective they are during their most important business conversations. And the reason this program is so important is because right now, the way you manage your most important conversations is you have to wing it. You've never been taught, how do I prepare for and manage my most important conversations? The conversations with my boss or with important customers or colleagues, where I need to be able to achieve some kind of outcome. Either it's changing a behavior or changing a perception, or being able to get them to say yes to doing something that supports my initiatives. Those types of conversations are what we consider important conversations. And the challenge is, it doesn't matter where you went to school, it doesn't matter what country you went to school in, you've never been taught how to manage those important conversations. So this program is going to do just that. I can help you feel more clear and confident in managing your most important conversations in only a matter of weeks. So in this video, I'm going to take you step by step on how I can do that, how it's been successful in the past for many other people. And so let's go ahead and get started, and I'll show you how it works. This program begins at the foundational level of communication and delivers a focused strategy for becoming more influential and understood during your most important conversations. So whether you're a PhD in communication, a company executive, frontline employee, or entrepreneur, this course will help you be perceived as more valuable by those people you are most concerned about. In this video, I'm going to tell you how to get tens of thousands of dollars worth of training from me at a fraction of the amount. But even more importantly, this isn't just any training. It is focused training on the single most important skill set we draw upon in business every day. But again, we've never been taught how to do it. For the past 20 years, I've been pursuing the art and science behind communication. My original passion focused on physical forms of communication in body language. I got a doctorate in chiropractic in 1990 with a focused study of biomechanics and the correlation between mental and physical states. My communication focus grew beyond nonverbal communication when I began to observe the correlation between poor body language and overall poor communication skills and relationship management. This brought verbal communication and all aspects of nonverbal communication into scope, and by 1995, I became fairly well known for teaching and coaching business people on how to better communicate with their customers. Over the past 20 years, I have worked with nearly 400 companies ranging from numerous US-based Fortune 100 companies down to small startups. And although I was well paid and developed an ability to turn companies around, enjoying multiple liquidity events, I wasn't able to identify a clear and practical way to quickly and easily teach people how to best manage their most important business conversations. And in constantly reviewing the research, neither had anyone else. And what I began to realize is that with any change management effort, any performance improvement effort, there are three fundamental challenges that continue to rear their ugly heads. The first one is, anytime you bring in a person like myself or any other successful change management consultant, it's going to cost tens of thousands of dollars of training costs, let alone the travel time and the lost opportunity cost involved with employees being stuck in multiple training sessions. The formula at times can make sense for top executives and salespeople selling highly complex and profitable solutions. But that doesn't make sense for the other 98% of the business community who also need to be effective communicators and collaborators. And what I found in turning companies around is that 98% represents not only a lot of people, but a lot of the necessary improvements and change, and the people taking the actions that will determine the success or failure of the initiative. So to summarize, problem number one is that the training and consulting costs are often too expensive to be able to address or help the breadth and depth of people that really need the help in order to affect the change that is required to obtain the desired results. And obviously this problem only gets worse when you look at it from an entrepreneur standpoint in terms of their budgets or their budgetary constraints to be able to pay for change initiatives or to bring in consultants who have a good track record for implementing successful change initiatives. And that really sets up problem number two, which is that the actual people who need the support, who need to change their results, are oftentimes the people who are looked over or don't have access to the training. So whether you're an entrepreneur looking for support or you're in middle management or even closer to frontline management, oftentimes the knowledge and the training and the expertise isn't there to help people understand the distinctions required to change the results that they're getting. And then problem number three is that even if we do find that support or we find some training or we spend the dollars, the training isn't focused on specific behaviors and specific conversations that need to have different outcomes. They're more generic and higher level. And so what happens is there's a good knowledge event that people learn some information, but they don't actually change their outcomes, their behaviors. And so thus the results don't change. And so those three problems were really a challenge for me. And it took me years to crack the code on how can you support individuals or organizations in a way that doesn't cost too much, that supports the right group of people that need to change in order to get the results we're looking for, and then to provide them a training and support and coaching at a level of detail and focus that they actually can change the results. They can change their necessary behaviors. They can improve their skill sets, and they can get direct feedback on how they are progressing. And so that really is the genesis of this program. It was 3 nagging challenges that drove me crazy over a period of time, which really hindered my ability to go in and quickly be able to help organizations or entrepreneurs improve their performance in a way that didn't break the bank, and it didn't take too much time, and it was focused enough to actually change results. So now all it takes to win as an individual business person with this program is to invest a little bit of time and money into yourself in order to obtain significant improvements in your likelihood of being valued more by your peers. And the second thing that it takes for you to win is for you to understand this little known fact that the major hurdle standing between you and your goals and dreams is a series of important conversations. Conversations that require a certain outcome for you to advance ever closer to your goals. Only the most astute business people realize this fact. And think about it. In order for you to succeed, you really need people to say yes when they're currently saying no, in order for you to get what you need to go where you want to go. These decisions by others to say yes or no mostly all take place during important conversations. And most of us, matter of fact, the vast majority of us, don't know how to do this because we've never been taught to do so. This is not something you're going to learn at school. You'll probably hear me say that 500 times. I've helped hundreds of CEOs, board of directors, executives, and frontline employees increase their CQ, or their ability to manage important conversations, and go on to be recognized as more valuable and productive than ever before. They have been blown away by the practical and measurable results of this program. It's time to decide whether you want your boss, colleagues, and customers to place more value on your ideas. You need to decide whether you are going to make sure that they follow your suggestions and desires more consistently. You can do this. The only reason you may not think you can is because you haven't done it before. But I have too many success stories, so I know differently. I'm not asking you to believe me. Just try it. If you're not convinced, I'll give you your investment back. Anyone who is willing to watch a few hours worth of training videos and complete some straightforward practice can see measurable improvements in their most important conversations with their boss, colleagues, and customers. You don't need to know anything about communication to obtain massive results. You just need to be willing to try. I know you can do it because I've built this comprehensive program that literally takes you by the hand and walks you from the beginning to end on how to become a more clear and confident communicator during your most important conversations. Not only is the program going to help you understand how to better manage your most important conversations, but it's also going to help you understand where are some weak spots that you have right now, or where are some areas that you could improve independent of the skill level you're coming to this program with. As I mentioned before, whether you're a PhD in communication or you're new to the concept of working on communication in the first place, there will be a number of opportunities for you to improve your abilities from where you are today. And after 20 years of helping companies, company leaders, and nearly all employee types imaginable, I know the best way to show you a step-by-step approach to growing your level of clarity and confidence in influencing others more to your way of thinking and better outcomes, as well as helping you identify areas that you can improve upon, even if you think you're a really good communicator already. So let me quickly review the program so you can see what you're going to gain in each of the steps. And the first one is Module 1. Where you're going to learn the correct mindset and 5 key attributes for maximizing your gain from this program. We're going to explain in detail how the course works and how specifically to approach this opportunity. And then you're going to be requested to take a pre-knowledge assessment. As part of your homework for Module 1, you will complete a 24-question assessment of your current level of knowledge regarding how to best manage important conversations. After completing this assessment, you'll receive a report of findings demonstrating the areas that you aren't as comfortable with as well as the ones that you are. After completing Module 6, you will be given the opportunity to retake the assessment in order to observe your progress, as well as identifying remaining areas that require some additional effort. There's also a pre-utilization assessment that's very similar in terms of its 24 questions focusing on the same areas, But what it's looking to identify is how often you utilize what you know in the communication strategies. And obviously, as you pursue through this course, we expect your knowledge to improve in terms of how to best manage conversations, but we are also looking to make improvements in how frequently or how consistently you utilize the information that you know you should during these important conversations. So those two assessments will take place after Module 1. And then in Module 2, we're going to clarify for you the how, where, and when your CQ level directly affects your success in business. And again, we refer to CQ as one's intelligence level for managing important conversations. In this module, you're actually going to learn who determines your business and financial success and how the judgment of your business value is determined. The result will be your level of clarity on what to focus on in business will be stronger and more exciting than ever before. Then we'll have an initial coaching call after Module 2. Where you'll be able to spend time on the phone with a CQ team member and ensure that all of your questions are answered, as well as that you obtain a laser-like focus on what you most want to obtain from this program. Obviously, the goal is to become a more influential communicator, have more clarity and confidence in being able to manage important conversations, but we all want different things. We're all trying to obtain different outcomes of different types of conversations. And we want to make sure that we take all the content and the information and strategies that you're going to learn in this program and make sure they apply perfectly into what you're trying to accomplish. Right? Too often we hear or read information that's great information, but it's difficult to superimpose it on exactly our lives. And here we want to make sure this program does just that. That when you're working on these skills and concepts, that you can precisely see how it fits into your exact world. And then in Module 3, we've dedicated a module to sharing with you something that's never been clarified before. A conversation model that simply defines the 3 key steps and gateways required for best managing any important conversation. So again, whether you're a PhD in communication or you've never contemplated the details of managing a conversation, this will be the first time that you'll be able to clearly see what is required to successfully manage a conversation from beginning to end. The clarity and simplicity will simply amaze you. And then in Module 4, it focuses on the first of the 3 steps of the conversational management process, the alignment step. You will learn how all the information you've learned to date about verbal and nonverbal communication can be organized into clear and simple areas. You will not only learn about how to gain trust and rapport with the people you're talking to, but you're going to learn that 5 specific factors that determine whether a person trusts you, and then work on the skills to be able to create this result whenever necessary. Then in Module 5, you'll learn the simple secrets behind asking high-quality questions. You will understand the difference between good and bad questions, and you will also learn the 2 types of questions only the best negotiators and leaders have developed the skills to ask. This chapter is expected to change your business career. More than anything else, it will help you become more productive and influential with those you work with. Then in Module 6, we'll reveal the least talked about and understood strategy in business communication today. How to share information with people in ways they appreciate and feel is collaborative rather than pushy, demanding, or degrading. You will enjoy learning how to be direct and blunt, but yet supportive and helpful. And after Module 6, you will be ready to retake the knowledge assessment and measure how much your knowledge has increased since beginning the program. It will also identify the areas that you are not yet fully comfortable with and that should be reviewed in your upcoming coaching call with your CQ coach. And you'll also complete the post-utilization assessment, which again is designed to help you identify the strategies that you're not utilizing in conversations as consistently as you could. Most students realize it's faster to improve their knowledge than how consistently they do what they know they should do. So the results will probably be less complete than what you'll find in your increase in knowledge. This is why we have Module 7. And Module 7 is all about transforming your newly acquired communication skills and knowledge into consistently utilized habits. You will learn the key attributes to retention and mastery of the CQ content and strategies. And after Module 7, you'll have your second coaching call. During your final coaching call of the program, you will review your post-assessment findings, answer any outstanding questions, and clarify a path for ongoing development and utilization of your new level of CQ. We have put a great deal of thought and research into creating this efficient and effective training program. And to demonstrate this point, I wanted to share with you a few comments from a few of the students that have taken this course before you. Cheryl Roundtree, an HR director for a global engineering firm, she said, "The CQ program over-delivered in value. In only a few short training modules and coaching conversations, I was able to dramatically increase my clarity and confidence in managing my most important and often critical conversations." Steve Seiler, a training and development manager for a regional mechanical services corporation, said, "The CQ program walked my managers through a step-by-step process of clarifying a new and more effective way of managing their staff and customers. I was and continue to be wildly impressed with how clear and simple Mike's CQ Advantage program has made the process of learning a topic as vast and complicated as communications." Chris Quinn, the managing partner of an intellectual property law firm, said, "I love what Micronest has done with the CQ program because it allows me to provide a strategy for developing new or stronger customer relationships in front of my younger attorneys, which is both effective and seen as highly professional and something they can feel good about." And Ron Goulet, a global business development executive, shared, "I have been a highly effective salesperson in the complex arena of medical devices for decades, and I still learned and benefited greatly from the insights and strategy Micronest shares in the CQ Advantage program. I would highly recommend this program to any company leader looking for greater customer acquisition or retention rates." Vandy Van Wagner, serial businessman. Having been the regional CMO of a Fortune 100 company, the CEO of several venture-backed entities, and still sitting on a number of boards, I've had a great deal of experience managing crucial business conversations. But even with this experience, I found the CQ Advantage program incredibly helpful in simplifying the art of communication down to clear, measurable steps that can be used to help anyone obtain better outcomes to their most important conversations. I've been a practicing architect for more than 20 years, and I never realized how much of my professional success came down to the quality of my communications with my clients. I feel the CQ program is a must for any professional because this information isn't taught in any schools at any level. But even better is the dedication Mike and his team have to ensuring you get the most out of the program. Tom Smart, attorney. Having graduated from Yale Law School, I thought I had received a great education, but the CQ program provided me insights into an area of business I only had general ideas about. I love the CQ team's passion for giving more of themselves than you would ever expect. And Dean Barda, COO of an international travel company. I run an ever-changing organization, and the step-by-step approach the CQ program utilizes allowed me to easily participate fully in the course while still performing all the normal daily activities. It was very clear, and anyone can gain from this program, independent of how busy they are or inexperienced they are in the area of communication. As you can see from others' experiences, integrating this program into your already busy life won't be difficult. What was hard was finding this course in the first place. We have been keeping our marketing and PR heads down while we've been researching the minimum effective load for this content. In order for you to even have had the opportunity to view this video, you had to be referred to us from some colleague or partner. So again, what won't be hard is fitting this program into your schedule and obtaining results. There's less than 3 hours of total video training time dispersed over 4 weeks. Most of the homework you will be asked to do, you're already doing in your business activities. We are simply going to be asking you to do some of them in a slightly different way. As I mentioned before, I will guarantee you will find this program powerful and doable, or I will give you your investment back. If you complete the first 2 modules and initial coaching call, and you don't feel this is the right focus or timing for you, I will refund your money, no questions asked. I can tell you in advance that this program isn't for you if you are convinced that interpersonal skills is a God-given gift rather than an ability that anyone can further develop significantly. If you don't feel the desire to achieve more financially and make a bigger difference, I think you should give this program a miss. If, however, you do feel there is more you can do to be better heard, make a stronger positive influence, and connect more with others, then this is definitely a great opportunity for you. So here's a quick recap of the CQ program. There are 7 modules to be completed over a span of 4 weeks. There are pre- and post-assessments. There are 2 telephone coaching sessions and an ongoing email support throughout the entire program. And I even provide bonus video, audio, and written material to augment the learning process. And the reason I wanted to recap the program is to demonstrate how much knowledge and support I've packed into this single program, all for just $975, which is less than a tenth of what I would typically charge a corporate client for the same information and probably less coaching support. For most students, if you only improve one outcome to one important conversation with one of your important customers, I'm going to guess that alone would cover the cost and time invested in this entire program. I've really tried to price this program to make it available to the 98% that we mentioned earlier, and design the time requirement to make this a no-brainer decision. Over the past 20 years, I've provided a lot of services and generated even more shareholder value. This program is the best price to value solution I've ever offered. The reason is simple. I don't want any barriers to obtaining my message and helping fulfill my mission of making this world a more productive and collaborative place, one conversation at a time. Again, you can probably pay for the entire investment by simply improving the outcome of one of your important conversations. Order your CQ Advantage program now by clicking the link below, because next week you are going to have another round of important conversations where the outcomes are undecided. Perceptions of your business value are still up for determination. You can start getting new and even better results quickly, but I can't help you step through this process unless you sign up. Give me the chance and I can show you a crystal clear path to becoming a more influential and valued business person. Thank you for your time and attention, and I look forward to working with you shortly.